All right, we're ready to address our sentencing docket, but we have an extra case and Ms. Harden has agreed to join us. This is an unscheduled matter and two cases involving Terara, Lynn, Lintz. That's you? Two cases. Well, you didn't know about the other case. The first case is 251954. You're charged in that case with larceny less than $200 or over $200, but less than $1,000. Attorney Jordan Harden was appointed to represent you in that case, and you had a pretrial last Friday, which was January 2nd. Ms. Harden had a number of cases that day and didn't show up. I believe I even called you on the phone, left a message. And you didn't come, so I issued a bench warrant for your arrest and gave you 48 hours to turn yourself in. You also have a new charge of littering objects in path of a vehicle, 251676 SM. That's alleged that you did that on July 29th of 2025.
Yes.
You were supposed to do some community service and do some other things,
I never got
and they
any-
would dismiss the charges. Well, they didn't.
Got anything in the mail or anything. I've been watching for and checking on it. That's how I found out that I had this other thing with David. The larceny thing.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot behind that nobody knows about, and I think he's still out there doing stuff to me.
Well, you didn't show up in December. We had it set for December 5th. You didn't show up. We reset it for January 2nd and you didn't show up.
I didn't.
But you're here now.
I didn't get any of those, Your Honor. I swear.
Your Honor, I have to interject. She called my office on December 2nd, spoke to my staff, and we told her the date and confirmed she received the packet. And then she came to the courthouse the following Monday in December and was, I think, handed the notice for the 2nd. So I would contest the office didn't notify her because we send everything and we talked to her that week in December.
December 1st, my wallet was stolen.
All right, stop. What's going on with you today? You're quite distraught. I'm having trouble hearing what you're saying. Are you on medication right now?
Yes, I am.
Are you taking it as prescribed?
Yes, I am. I have a lot of really crazy stuff that doesn't make sense going on.
Well, I'm gonna reset these. You're here within 48 hours. Ms. Harden, I'm gonna give you the littering case also.
The littering thing, I was guilty for putting stuff in Piper's dumpster. I admitted to that. But
all right, well, slow down. I'm not sure you're even competent to proceed today. The clerk had a very hard time understanding you. I'm having a difficult time understanding you. You're on medication. I don't know whether you're taking as prescribed or not, but I'm not going to put you in jail. I'm going to reschedule this hearing. And if you don't show up, I am going to put you in jail. Jordan, are you here on February the 6th for first of the month pretrials?
Not as of yet, but I'm assuming I will be because.
But you don't have or anything for that month?
No.
All right, I'm going to continue this, both cases to February 6, 2026 at 8:30. As it was, we had 7 no-shows and a number of cases that got adjourned. We didn't finish till 12:40. If everybody had shown up, we'd probably gone till 2 o'clock. But I'm going to send you out to the counter and the clerks are going to give you notice. I want you to call your lawyer and discuss these matters with her. Are you still at lot 33?
I'm trying to be.
What do you mean you're trying to be?
I'm scared.
All right, well, does your phone number still end in 0882?
My phone is off. I don't have one right now. It's missing.
All right, now there was an eviction case going on at that trailer. Are you still living at lot 33?
Yes, no.
So do you have another address?
No. Sometimes I stay in my car. Sometimes I stay in my grandma's.
You're living in your car?
Sometimes because it's the safest place. If I don't stay in it, sometimes people steal it.
All right, well, I have some concerns here, but I'm gonna no bench warrant.
Your Honor, on the
Uh,
littering case, did I hear right that she's already pled on that and there was some kind of deferral agreement?
Well, it wasn't exactly clear. It was like not charge it. Illegal dumping of tires and furniture at a business. There was a plea letter. She didn't confirm the terms of the plea letter.
We got it.
You did. Not tracking very well. You missed 2 court dates in a row. You got notice of them. You talked to your lawyer. You're very disoriented. I can't tell if it's just today or you're this disoriented all the time. But as I said, I'm not sure you're even capable of proceeding here today. But I'm gonna adjourn this to February 6th at 8:30, right here in this room for a pretrial with your lawyer, Ms. Harden. I want you to call her and make an appointment to discuss this with her. If you don't show up on February 6th, I will do a bench warrant and put you in jail. All right.
Can she get a copy of the notice at the counter today, Your Honor?
Yes, I'm gonna send her right out there right now, so she'll have a copy handed to her. Also, make sure your number is on it.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Lentz, there is no bench warrant for your arrest. I've recalled it. I've given you a new date to appear, which is February the 6th, the first Friday in February at 8:30. That's what the law says I'm supposed to do when you present yourself within 48 hours, which you accidentally did. But these are not the world's most serious cases. We need to get these resolved. You go with a court officer and the clerk's going to give you a notice, then you can come back in. Would you see where Mr. Gibson is, if he's out there someplace?
Yes, sir.
Autumn, I need you too on Valent Court. There she is.
I apologize. I've been on the phone for 20 minutes with probation.
Okay, that's fine. We haven't started.
Okay.
Also, we have an interpreter case at 11. And I really would like to start Valent Court to finish that before we have an interpreter, but we need Mr. Gibson. Good morning. Are you Ms. Shockley?
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Do you want me to go get him?
Yes, well, he has several sentences this morning, but he's jamming us up. Yeah, I'd rather do this, and then he can talk to his client while we're doing Jordan's case. Mr. Valancourt, why don't you come on up and have a seat? Paul, I'd like to get at this one. Then we'll do Jordan's case with an interpreter, and then if you need to talk to your clients, you can do that. But I'd like to start the Valancourt case. He's here, right here.
With this, I don't think which case is this?
This is Everett Valancourt.
I guess I didn't have this written down in my schedule.
Well, that's not very encouraging. This is a serious case with a high likelihood of a jail sentence. There's a pre-sentence summary prepared by Ms. Kiefer. And let me make sure you're still counsel of record here. We're obviously not going to be able to proceed at this point. Laura's not here.
Your Honor, I have provided Mr. Gibson with a copy of the sentencing guidelines as well as the summary and recommendation.
All right, why don't you go talk to Mr. Valancourt also?
Yes.
Good morning, sir. You haven't been here in a while. You're just here for moral support this morning. Thanks for being here. Everybody needs a little moral support. All right, Jordan, we'll see. Is Mr. Jose Vasquez Bonifaz here?
Negative, he is not checked in.
Well, he's not exactly late yet, Jordan, but he isn't here.
I will be at my computer. I'll just mute and go off screen.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Jordan had daycare issues this morning. You saw the email chain. I approved her to appear by Zoom. And I appreciate the fact that we were able to take care of Ms. Lintz. The notice of sentencing went to Mr. Gibson's office on December 16th. I was looking for my notes. I believe the matter was set from the courtroom because he was going to be here that day anyway. Well, it was originally set for December 15th, and
The defendant was sick.
the defendant was sick. So maybe that's why he didn't got his notice mixed up. Yes. All right. We're burning daylight, but sometimes that's how it goes. I've been a lot of this sit and wait this morning. I work on my calm for 2026. I went over to the mailroom and picked up my W-2 form. She had a little window where she was handing them out. She said if enough people showed up to pick them up, she would save the county $10 in mailing costs.
Sir, we'll say you showed up.
All right, very good. Now we need Vivian. Jordan, do you need to speak to your client?
If you'd like to go over the recommendation, I think it was done pretty early, so.
All right, well, Vivian's not here. Could somebody open the Zoom room for me? Can you do it, Michelle? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Laura's not here today.
If he's got somebody that can help me talk to him, otherwise I can't communicate with him if it's just him.
Mr. Vasquez Bonifaz, can you interpret for him?
I can.
All right, why don't you guys go into the conference room right outside the door?
Thank you.
And no,
Sir. Oh,
he has someone with him who can help for your purposes. Mr. Gibson, I think we determined what happened. The matter was set for December 15th. The defendant was ill, and so we reset it for January 5th. We sent you a notice on December 16th for today's date. Mr. Valencourt got it also. Let me open the breakout room.
I do not see the judge needs to translate, but I don't know. Okay.
Click the button that says join, and you can talk privately with your lawyer. All right, are you ready on Mr. Valencourt?
Yes.
All right, let's proceed with that case. This is file number 251853 SD People versus Everett Valencourt. Defendant was charged with operating while intoxicated, second or subsequent offense. The matter was reduced to first offense, and the defendant entered a plea. It was set for sentencing in December. It was adjourned to today's date, and he's here with his lawyer, Mr. Paul Gibson. Mr. Gibson's had an opportunity to review the summary report prepared by Probation Officer Autumn Kiefer. Also present is Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Angelique Canfield. Mr. Gibson, we'll start with you. What would you like me to know?
The report indicates that the defendant has successfully completed probation terms. I believe it was 4 different times, it appears. And so the defendant has always taken this matter very seriously. And I think that the report is right, that he is somebody that can follow direction. And if the court was to follow the recommendation of the probation department, I believe the defendant could complete what's expected of him on probation. And so I would ask the court to follow the recommendation of the probation department. I believe it's fair, and I would ask the court to give the defendant an opportunity to work off or avoid having to serve any additional jail time if he can live up to his end of the bargain on probation. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Canfield, what's your position here?
Well, Your Honor, I have an entirely different position from the recommendation, and I'll state the reasons for it. Although the defendant has completed probation successfully previously, he apparently hasn't learned anything from those probations. He has 6 domestic violence convictions, including a domestic violence second conviction in 2023, a prior
That
impaired
was
driving.
reduced from a felony.
Correct, and impaired driving in 2021, an attempted resisting and obstructing as far back as 2010, and a retail fraud. On this particular day, he admitted to using CBD and Delta 10 in the morning at about 11 a.m. and then proceeding to drive his car after also taking a shot at the Broadway North at 12:20 p.m., driving to Indiana, coming back and taking another 2 shots at 1:40 p.m. So that's 3 shots of liquor in about an hour and a half period of time, and continuing to still drive his vehicle. He was stopped at 88 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone, obviously creating a risk to himself and any of the other drivers on the road at that time. So at this point in time,
Mr. Valencourt, just a minute, we'll give you an opportunity to state your position.
His blood draw did come back relatively low for that number of shots at a 0.11.
No, it didn't. 3 shots didn't get him to 0.11. He had more than the 3 little shots that he indicated. 3 shots wouldn't get him to a 0.11 in that amount
I
of time.
promise.
Correct.
I had nothing more to drink and nothing to eat that morning.
I'll give you a chance to speak.
He had a PBT of 0.121 at the scene. And just given the history of his record and the number of times that he's been on probation, and he still isn't learning the lesson to stay off the road when he's using substances, I think he needs a significant jail term, and I would recommend that that be the appropriate sanction, at least 60 days with no probation at this point. We've been through that road with him multiple times previously. I believe it's a waste of resources to utilize probation for him at this point.
All right. You've heard the prosecutor's position. Mr. Valencourt, what would you like to tell me?
On the day at hand, a matter was Miss Terara was sick and she asked me to drive. I was trying to comply with what was going on so far as her needs, and I honestly had only the 3. I had woke from there and did some CBD and Delta 10.
Well, you also, at one time you had a medical marijuana card and there was a pipe. You don't smoke CBD and Delta 10. You had a glass marijuana pipe in the car with you.
Yes.
And so you had been a medical marijuana patient. I think that may have lapsed. Vivian, good morning. Jordan is ready. She's consulting with her client right now. And we should be ready to go in just a moment.
Sounds
We
good,
finish
thanks.
this.
I was on my way home to a telehealth, and I would not have even been speeding had I not been traveling with the flow of traffic. Even then, I was still behind. I was due for a meeting with Miss Amaya Hamilton. I tried to get Miss Terara to hold off and wait, but she was experiencing the type of day that she is having today. And as you can see, that is very difficult to communicate and copacetically feel like your nerves are not on end. And I had taken her breakfast, coffee, and done everything I knew to do, her medicine, and her response as today's behavior, I was trying to stay calm. I was not trying to.
Was she in the car with you?
No, sir.
Oh, I didn't think
She had
so.
maintained at home.
Now, she was in the car with you previously when you rolled it over and almost killed you and herself.
Well,
But she wasn't in the car this time?
no, sir.
All right. Now, there was something about a cat food, or you wanted to feed the cat?
Well, so far in regards to this matter right here, that was the situation I was trying to get back, not only for feeding the cats and dogs, but also the bunny rabbit, and also getting back for a telehealth meeting with Miss Amaya Hamilton. Hence the speeding.
There's some Kleenexes there if you need.
Well, I was merely 5 minutes away from, or 7 minutes away from home. That's why I stopped and did the shots.
Well, first of all, I don't believe you that you had 3 shots. 3
I
shots.
promise. That's
All right,
all I
well,
had.
that's your opinion. I don't, the empirical evidence. was-
I had nothing on my stomach and I had
Well,
not
and maybe
eaten.
you had something the night before, but, and I also believe you had smoked some marijuana because you smoked every day.
I do, but I promise I just had the bowl with me because I did not want to lose it. And I did not even think to tell the officer I had my phone right here that I was on the way to do a telehealth.
All right. I had sent an email to Ms. Kiefer and said I had some concerns about the recommendation. The recommendation here is identical to the recommendation last time. And he didn't deserve it then, and I did grant it, and he doesn't deserve it now. The previous case, the impaired from 2021, was a rollover traffic crash where people were almost killed, including you and Tara Lintz. Marijuana was in the background there. And I followed the recommendation back then in 2020. You were put on a probation, which you did successfully complete. But as Ms. Camfield says, at some point, you don't seem to get it. fact that you've completed 4 previous probations isn't exactly a badge of honor. Shows you can do probation, but at some point, you don't deserve it anymore. Now, there was the other case, the one from a few years ago, where you were charged with unlawful entry and malicious destruction of property.
That was not me. I did not have anything to do with the
That
wall.
was you, that was
broken, I
you.
promise.
You pled to disturbing the peace. Your blood alcohol at booking was 0.24. Then you had the incident last year where you killed her cat
No, I really did not.
by
That,
giving it a bath. And you did a probation in that case and completed it.
I did not kill that cat. It was her daughter.
Well, you told me you did. You told me at the time of
No,
sentence that
I
you gave
bathed
the,
the cat and
it died.
Yes, but
All right,
was
well, that's
alive
not
when
the
I
issue.
placed
The
it.
issue here is you greatly underreport the amount of alcohol that you drink, including this day. There's a great big alcohol issue here. Plus you got 6 domestic assault convictions, mostly on Terara Lintz. And this is 2 o'clock on a Monday afternoon. You're going 88 miles an hour, blasting up 131 because you wanted to feed your cat. There's marijuana evidence in the car, probably also in your bloodstream. You have a previous OUIL. The recommendation there was 7 days jail credit, 1 day, 12-month probation. That's the exact same recommendation in this case. And as I said, you didn't deserve it then and you don't deserve it now. It's worse. The guidelines come out at 3 to 5 days as our guidelines, as weak as that is. Previous time they came out at 7 days. It was a rollover accident. Prosecutors asking for 60 days. Ms. Kiefer, what's your thought here?
Well, I can tell you, I had no idea that it was the same from 3 years ago. I didn't look at it, but I'll defer to the court. I mean, I understand, I agree, he's not eligible for sobriety court. I don't believe he would be able to complete that. He's already admitted that supposedly the vehicle's gone. He's already lost his license. Mr. Valencourt has been involved with Pivotal for many years. We are fully aware of his mental capabilities. If he doesn't do probation, I would agree with the prosecutor for the 60 days.
All right, we are bound by the Auburn Hills case of proportionality in district court sentences, whatever that means. We do have a set of guidelines that was implemented by Judge Welty more than 20 years ago. We followed them for many years and we don't exactly adhere to them. They're recommended, but they have a series of plausible, appropriate reasons for where the guideline range falls. But you don't deserve another probation. I don't believe that you only had 3 shots of butterscotch liquor, and I don't believe that you drink only sometimes.
No, I do not consume any, only when she lets me, and I only did it that day because I was nerved and stressing and trying to beat the clock back to my meeting with Mr. Hamilton at 2. At the time I was pulled over, I was supposed to be in a meeting.
Well, that was on you.
I know I tried to convince Miss Terara to wait, but I couldn't talk her out of it. She needed me to take care of things.
All right, I'm not gonna do a probation. I'm gonna do 10 days jail credit 1, leaving 9 days to serve. I don't want you to go to jail long enough that you lose your disability benefits. If I gave you 60 days in jail, you'd lose your SSD. And I don't want that, but you've earned 10.
Your Honor, sir, may I make a request to the courts, please?
Yes,
May I turn myself in instead of being arrested right away? I need to take care of some things in regards to the matter in which you spoke to Ms. Lintz about earlier. The house, the trailer, said that management company that we would have the money on the 29th. They went to draw it out on the 30th and there was only 26 cents left in the account. And then their electricity has been cut off to the trailer after I watched Ms. Terara make a deposit of 170 from her chime card to MEC. And that was supposed to supply 17 days of electricity. And they have allowed $95 worth of electricity to be used in the additional time since I made the 170 deposit. Her chime, her Dave, and their SoFi cards have all tampered, hacked, and they were stolen, along with my Omni card and her driver's license that were in her billfold. And I would like to take, I've had to withdraw $464 or $63 from the amount that was supposed to be saved for the lot rip, since it was not able to be paid month. I was wanting to know if you could contact management company and ask that they could take this month and hold it off on the additional, and not ask that we be ejected the trailer, and to try to put money on the MEC account over there, and turn myself in after I take care of a couple other things. And the water lines being broken underneath the trailer and are needing repair. So I
Yeah,
have the
that
water
trailer's
shut off.
in very poor shape and you're not really living there. And you shouldn't be. You should just let that tenancy go and find another one. But the answer is no. You can go with a court officer. You owe $300 fine, $125 in court costs, $100 screening fee, $150 attorney fee, and a $200 police reimbursement. That adds up to $875. When you get out of jail, I want you to stop up here and make a payment plan. Miss
Okay.
Lintz, do you have a ride home?
Is she even here?
She's here. All right, you can go with a court officer.
Is she in the courtroom?
Yes, she's in the back.
Okay.
Operating while intoxicated, first offense, 10 days jail, credit 1, leaving 9 days to serve. I also failed to appear a couple times, but I don't think there was a bench warrant. All right, Ms. Harden, we're ready to address your case. Ms. Montero, thank you for your patience. We got a little behind in our first case. All right, is your guy here, Ross?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, very good, very good. There he is, right in the front row. All right, we're going to use the service of our interpreter. And we're going to address People versus Jose Vasquez Bonifaz.
Este es el caso del Ministerio Público versus José Vázquez Bonifaz.
That's usted Jose Manuel Vasquez Bonifaz. You met our interpreter, Ms. Montero, the last time we were here, and she's going to assist us again today.
Usted conoció a nuestra intérprete, la señora Montero, la última vez que usted estuvo acá. Ella nos va a ayudar nuevamente el día de hoy.
I'm going to take a moment and swear her in.
Voy a tomar un momento pedir que ella preste juramento.
Do you swear or affirm to the best of your ability you will interpret these matters from Spanish into English and English into Spanish?
I do.
Would you state your name for the record, please?
Vivian Montero, Court Interpreter 18369.